the next assessment, whatever, has not been assigned.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to try to make this clearer as we move along. But this challenge, don't worry about this yet.
Oh.
And because it's just like do these look familiar? Like you just hook up a button and it's a function to be entered. Once the button is clicked, the function will say hello world. So and then like interpolate hello name, you are 8 years old. Like sound familiar?
Yeah.
But we haven't gone over any of that UI stuff yet. And I think that it's super critical to have 2 solid weeks of Swift so that you're in Swift land and get as comfortable as possible with it. And then we're going to say, all right, let's take a dive back into Interface Builder, show you the code that links a view controller to Swift, and let's start, because now you know what functions are, so now you can navigate inside of a view controller file and settle to it. So there's method to my madness. Right.
Yes. I think you putting it in makes sense.
Then he essentially focus.
You might want to post it.
So it's like create a function not create, so I name the function not. And then whenever I say that then it puts this was there.
Alright.
It's kind of like naming a variable, but you're naming a function basically.
No,
I mean, at least for this one, I think we'll have to for one of the other ones.
Yeah, I need to, but it's just like, so it shouldn't show me this.
This part, because then it's like defines its function, and then if you like type it again, it should come up.
yeah,
Next one.
yeah, I was just writing the zero
You should just like write it 3 times again. That's what I took from it. Let's joke around and not 51 times. But I'm a little confused on this next one. So I'm looking back at that.
I was thinking like, let's say, I guess that. Okay. Well. See what I'm saying? So like, let's say. let's say we don't. Okay, so let's, if this is 0 and we pass 0, so that means we want to call it.
It's a different variable.
No, it's the same. It's starting with this. It's taking I, and then it's running I as many times as we tell it. So if we tell it to run 0 times, and we have I set at 0, it's going to run it.
Isn't that what we want?
But we're passing 0 as the number. See what I'm saying? So I'm wondering.
Print.
Yeah, I guess one. No, one.
1, or if we don't set it to some number,
That's all.
if we set it 0 and then I
We
set it less than
specify the number of times yet.
if we just do less than those number of times, it's going to run the first one. I think it's just an issue of semantics.
It's not what we're trying to do.
Yeah, so right here, where you have 5, is what that variable should be.
Yeah, I guess I probably noticed it.
Okay, and then outside of this function, yeah. So then outside the function, if you write not multiple times, params, and then put a number in here. But this one doesn't need it because you're calling that in the iteration. No, you're not calling this function, you're calling this function. So the iteration is actually calling the previous function. Yeah, so then we should have, yeah, it's perfect. So this is what I was saying. So if you
Yeah,
take
I
a
think
0,
we'll put 0 but it's supposed to be 1.
well, I'm saying if we put 0, it should never call, which is why this can either be 1 or this can be less than or equals. It should never call. I feel like that's the best way. So if I put 0, it should be called. Because I don't want it. If I pass in 3, it's going to call 2 times. If I pass in 2, it's 1. But 0, I don't want it to call at all. So if this is set to 0, it's good because it's equal to 0, it's going to call it because it's a true state. So I think again, it's just a semantic.
Currently will be int. This is specify how many times you want to function. We have it runs X amount of times. Okay. So you're gonna be creating a new one. So start with that. Start with writing a new one. Sure.
Okay, so
But you want to work your way inward. So you're in the function, you're in the loop, but it looks like you got everything correct so far. Well, when you write the loop, you'll notice how in the structure of the loop, there's usually a parameter that you're using to indicate where the number n. You're going to be using the parameter times 1 instead. It'll make more sense once you start writing out.
So it's just printing the determination of the two parameters.
Yeah.
So there's
But the way that I think about it is, my counting or my chicken conditional
screwed up.
Yeah,
It's just putting two.
are counting.
But isn't that
If
like,
you're going 1
Yeah,
to 2 to 3 or 2 to 4 to 5, that's a count. Are you counting? Or are you checking?
there's no like function until you
Okay,
squeeze.
so you're reading the while.
You just put it there until you.
Now, keep in mind, that's confusing. Counting is a condition. But
Get to a point.
exactly. But if you ask a question in that way, that'll help you pick between a while and a for.
So this is that next.
But most of the time, you can write it down as that.
And then just stick the
Yeah, I looked at it briefly before we looked at it.
So you call it function before you make a function.
just so I could see why.
So you want to.
Because technically, if you look at the parameters, like you're gonna, it kind of gives you an idea of what that's what I was watching.
Oh, sorry, yeah. But you might have
What's that? Yeah, you had, shoulders. You hit enter.
Yeah, so
It's probably not squeeze.
Maybe, maybe just tell us where it's. So like put the string next to the. The parameters. See if there's a color and space. Looks like it's the I figured something here. Like highlight your function now.
I have to find some way of this.
So it's something else. Oh, you have to pass a parameter.
someone, someday.
So that works. Cool.
And compare that with tickets that those should be not implemented. And those tickets. My goal is for yeah, we have access. I don't know. The press. Oh, no, like, oh, no, dude. The Brandon are, some of them are, pretty harsh. Right.
Okay, so the new function is calculate age. It's subtract parameter.
You want to do squeeze.
Think about the latches. So the loops going to loops know we're going to and you want it to grow. What does return do? Return does two things. It declares what value
You guys
the function will have. Also does what?
Oh, yeah, because we're not, well, I'm not returning that. I just want to make sure.
So if you
Remember I said
return
before,
this,
you didn't run a forward slash that, probably not.
you might print something, but if it's going to exit on which iteration of the first time.
use max
So I think we can include with that stuff to stop.
So I would just keep
Are you
making
getting,
well, I
is it
should turn
returning?
off for this because it's,
So,
you know, talking about these things.
so,
Especially in the magic airs.
oh yeah, because that's,
Yeah, and so this is what you're doing right now. Your brain is trying to fix, is trying to address all the problems at the same time, which is really difficult to do unless you're like already been programming. So the best thing for you to do is just do things in steps. So it's asking for a function, you write a function. It's asking for a loop.
yeah, we have to
You write the loop first.
like you had.
Okay, and then try to figure out what that loop is. Write it out.
If there's a return type.
So, because I've been programming for a long time, like I already have everything, every question and every step already done in my mind. But that took me a long time. I've been doing it for 15 years. So what you want to do is just break it up into pieces. Okay, so you know you have a function, you know you have a loop. That loop is going to do something. You don't know what it is right now. But you know there's a loop, so you don't write out.
But it's space.
That means it's
You say it.
that's what we call a void function. It has no return value. No return value. So in and of itself, it's like print line.
How about you? In the same.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the same thing.
So yeah, so when it comes to programming, you definitely want to just break it up into pieces. Let's see what you got.
Yeah, I'm in the same spot.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. That's all just a matter of practice. And that's why these exercises, more than anything, are not there to kind of get something out of you. That's why we don't like them. It's really to kind of work that programming muscle.
Yeah.
Especially with Swift.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, if there's anything else, that'd be a lot easier.
So Ned, why don't you take a look at the and figure out which value
Which
one, the app project or?
So your GitHub would be github.com/username/mob3NYC. So that's the thing. So if you go online,
variables are identifiers. So when I ask for a variable, it should be a word of some sort. Like a typed out word.
yeah, so you're going to be listing
Sorry. No.
oh, click on
You can
this,
try to return loop.
and then we basically
You
use
know
it
it's
once you submit homework.
you know it's going to contain a loop.
Like that, I know to check your repository.
So is that for, that's for the,
No, not the exercises. We don't collect the exercises, just the homework.
So
So we're gonna call, kind of like what we did when we called
Not the first half, but if you go to,
okay, so the functions
in this case, go to assessment submissions. See if you have anything. Go to the first half. Oh, that's why you're going to the first half. Okay, yeah. So the one where you had to create a role. Yeah, you did that. Okay, yeah. So you can yeah. Not this, just from the home. Because I have to get rid of it. So from there. So what I would do is I would call it assessment 1, assessment 2, based on what you're submitting. Because like that, I would know. Because I like to use because you can. Because in my mind, the first app was the one with the pictures that we did. So that'll work. Where's the closer? Let's see.
Can we put it inside the function?
I don't have my glasses. Sorry. Where's your loop? Okay. Oh, but where's your function? The loop should be inside the function.
Yeah, I mean the function is up here. I was just trying to do it step by step separately, but I guess
You could do that, but where's the...
that's what I guess we're struggling with. So.
Okay, so let's read this. It says, write a function not multiple times that accepts one parameter. Okay, you have that. Not multiple times, accepts a parameter. Okay. That parameter will be an integer that lets us specify how many times you want to knock. That translates into how many times you're going to loop. Okay. Within the function, we have a loop that runs X amount of times that calls the knock function.
Gentlemen, how's it going? We're good.
So while times to knock is less than or greater than 1,
I like how it's never like a slow down.
which is the same as, but you can also rewrite this as...
Somehow it would make me feel better if like there were symptoms. Like,
See,
like
I would do it as a for loop instead,
text gets all swirly and stuff.
because you're counting.
It like starts to be a little bit.
So I would do it as a for loop.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. It starts to pulsate like a heartbeat. It's like, that sounds like an app idea.
Yes.
Alright. How's it going? Oh, we're crash managing right now.
So for loop, and you're going to do it at least one time. So you would say, yeah, I would do that. I wouldn't do that. Oh no, sorry. Keep going, come on. Just keep in mind what variable
So
you're using.
should definitely be focused on the same school. If there's explanation going on. I know you just dealt with a crash.
Oh no,
Let's make sure.
I'm gonna repeat everything.
You're gonna repeat everything?
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't you noodle and just watch for a second and see what's going on and the kind of thought process that's going into this conversation. Angel will come back later because I think it's good to have.
Okay, this would work, but you might be overcomplicating things. Okay. Let me ask you a question. Knock on this 3 times. Okay. How many times did you knock?
3.
Okay. So automatically, the fact that you're putting ranges is overcomplicating your code.
Okay.
The other thing is, don't have to use doubles. That's also overcomplicating your code. It's just 1, 2, and 3. Whole numbers.
Okay.
So times to knock. Now remember, times to knock is an integer that's coming into your function.
Yeah.
So it's going to be coming in and you're already overwriting it. That's fine. Look at a for loop that you've done before. Any for loop in your notes. Okay. Let's go ahead and copy. Don't forget the closing brace. Let's go ahead and copy that whole thing inside of there. Okay. Now, there's a couple of things that we want to change here. First of all, this for loop is doing a range check. We don't want to do a range check. We just want to count. We want to count 1, 2, 3, 4, up to times to 9. So do you know how to write that? What the syntax would that be? That's perfectly fine if you can't remember.
It's like the 0 dot.
That's fine, that's fine. So the first thing you want to do is initialize a variable that's going to be your counter. So I wouldn't use mi because that isn't really relevant to this, so you can put x or anything. Okay. And then the next thing you do is initialize that. So initialize it to any number. 1 would make the most sense because that's the first knock.
Yep.
Okay. Now I wouldn't use a double because I'm not doing anything with doubles. The next part is the condition. What needs to be true for you to continue knocking? What makes sense here would be, we start with x. Now, when do you want to stop knocking? If number 4 knocks?
Three knocks.
Okay. So think about your answer. You're saying 3 knocks, right? But what if I pass a 6 here? Then when am I going to stop knocking?
If you pass a 6 there,
Yeah, if I pass a 6 in the function, how many times am I going to knock?
6 times.
Okay, and if I pass a 2, how many times am I going to knock?
2.
Okay, so thinking about that, what is the condition? What's the real condition for when you're going to stop knocking?
You're gonna stop knocking when you stop knocking.
You're going to stop knocking when x is times to knock.
Yeah, okay.
You understand? Like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know the answer,
Yeah.
but it's kind of like you're overcomplicating it. So then that would be x. So long as x is less than times to knock. That's it. That is it. Delete that. That is all. So you understand why that makes sense? Oh, I'm sorry. There's one more part that we need to do. So we need to increment that x by a certain number in a for loop. You see here, we did semicolon. You can do a plus plus, yeah. Well, that's not the right syntax. You're either going to do x is x plus 1 or x plus plus. Okay, so there you're saying x is equal to x plus 1, which is fine. Which is fine. But x plus plus says the exact same thing.
Okay.
Do you remember that from a few lessons ago?
Yep.
X plus plus, get rid of the 1. That does the same thing.
Okay.
But it shows that you're a programmer when you do it this way.
Okay.
Okay, so again, to reiterate this, we're saying I'm going to loop starting from x equaling 1, and I'm going to continue to loop until x is less than times to knock. And within every loop, I'm going to add 1 to the value of x. Now, the reason why you're getting an error, click on that red thing there. Do you know why you're getting an error? Okay, that doesn't make any sense. The reason why you're getting an error is because it doesn't know what times to knock is. Because you're saying times to knock only exists inside of the body of this function. So you need to copy and paste that in there. Copy the whole for loop.